I think it's helpful to have a look at the physiology of burnout, what actually happens to our bodies, if you like. Our survival is dependent on our ability to auto-regulate, to spend most of our time in rest, restore and reproduction mode, and some of our time responding to threat, so fight, flight, freeze mode. When we experience burnout over a prolonged period of time, it literally changes our brain physiology. There's a little part of your brain called the amygdala, which, amongst other things, is responsible for determining the level of threat that you are experiencing. And in response to that determination, it signals the neurotransmitters as to what kind of endocrines, what kind of hormones you need released so that your body is prepared physiologically for what it faces. Now, when we experience burnout, this high level of stress, this, if you like, this unabated level of threat means that your body keeps pumping out more and more cortisol. When your cortisol levels are high, you have both immediate and long-term impact from that. So let's have a look at the immediate first. What happens is you start to prioritize which bits of your brain need to operate to keep you safe, keep you alive. So you lose your executive function, which is the bit that is responsible for logical processing, for impulse control, and for often your inhibitions, which is clearly unhelpful as a leader, particularly a leader in a crisis. In the longer term, sustained high levels of cortisol also impact your function. Your body's designed to tip into fight flight, go back to rest and restore. When you stay in fight flight for a long period of time, what happens is the normal cellular repair you get when you're sleeping, when you're resting, doesn't take place. So your whole body becomes more vulnerable. First of all, your immune system diminishes. So I don't know if you've noticed, but when you're overtired, when you're feeling a bit stressed, when life's really busy, that's the time that you're much more likely to catch a cold or go down with something. That's because your immune system is affected by your cortisol levels. But even worse than that, surveys show that prolonged high cortisol makes you more susceptible to heart attack, to stroke, and to degenerative disease. So that's an interesting physiology lesson, but there's a point to this. High cortisol levels, symptoms of burnout, affect your leadership. So I think as a leader, it's really important that you know how to calm yourself down in the moment, how to, if you like, just reduce that cortisol enough to be able to think straight and show up. In the next video, I'm going to talk to you about some ways to do that.